Hey guys, happy Passion Week. Hope you guys are getting excited about Easter. I certainly am. I know when I think about what Jesus did for me on the cross, I get stoked, but also the fact that he's coming back again. But our verse for this week is Psalm 23:4, which says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil because you are with me." And again, I love that verse because whatever valley we're facing, it can mean death, and someday we'll have to face death, and we need to sort that out. But it can also mean whatever valley we're going through, there's a shadow sometimes that can cover us, a despair that can want to come in. And the cool thing about what Jesus says is we don't ever have to feel that despair of tragedy, even if we're going through tragedy, because ultimately he took that on. He experienced tragedy. He took evil on and went through that and defeated it so that we never have to. So first off, we don't have to fear that evil when we go through it. The hard part about valleys is sometimes they're dark because something is blocking the sun. There's a mountain in the way. And in our lives, the same way, there can be any sort of object coming in the way between us and Jesus. We can't see him directly, but it doesn't mean that he's not there. That's why he says, you don't have to fear an evil, for I am with you. I think about the disciples on the boat. The first time they freaked out because there was a big storm. They had to go wake them up. Oh, they kind of forgot Jesus was with them. And then the second time, Jesus wasn't on the boat with them. And so they freaked out again. And he's trying to get them to remember, like, hey, even if you can't see me, I can see you. I'm still with you. And so he's reassuring us no matter what we're going through, he's with us. And he has something to minister to us in our valley, even if it's dark. Isaiah 41:18, it talks about open rivers he's going to make on desolate heights. And he says, and fountains I'll make in the midst of valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water and the dry land springs of water. And so he talks about in our valleys, he'll create just a fountain of water somewhere for you. I know I took a drive lately up in the mountain behind us, and it was cool to see the heights. It's always fun. Heights, mountains are for inspiration in our life, but we live mostly in the valleys. And when we drove back down, I was driving along the road at the bottom of the mountain. I realized there's a river running along the road, and I wanted to get in the river. And it just made me think that when you get down in the valleys, you can't see everything. You don't always know the grand scope of what's going on. The inspiration's not there, but there's always refreshment. And so God has refreshment for you somewhere in your valley. So take that verse today. Have a great Easter. Tell someone about Jesus. I love you guys.